45.
Hey, check it out. This is Eminem, and the Streetz is watching.
Cannon.
We know drama in the homie
The wait is finally over. The affiliates have taken over the wheel. Right here on the StreetzisWatchin on Shade 45.
Today, Shade 45 Friday night. Gangs all here. Drum, Cannon, Trendsetter Sense. #1 album in the country. Philly is in the building. Meek Millie is here.
What's cracking?
Congratulations.
Appreciate that.
Where do you rate this for your body of work? Like,
Best project.
ever?
Yeah.
When did you know it?
I don't really say that, though. I just say it because it's out right now. We marketing it. Like, DC2 is, like, my best project, if you want to ask me. Like, when I first leveled up, and I feel like it's just, like, the most content on there and the shit that I love the most, I would say DC2 and DC1 is, like, I don't know.
So then that would say, like, you would put your mixtapes at the top, and then, but even so, album-wise, like...
This is my best project, man, I'm going to say. We got Trauma, Respect the Game, 100 Summers.
It's a strong body of work.
Yeah, there's some shit.
And I think you also, regardless, you know, the music is always #1, but then even when we talk about projects and like remembered, this time is remembered, I think what's going on. Well, I think what's going on, like at this moment in the game and with you and everything, that's gonna hold a lot of value and a lot of weight when it comes to
Definitely too. This is a pivotal moment in my career too. You know, it's 7th year in the game, you know what I'm saying? And be able to have a #1 album and after everything I went through is
7 years counting from when? When do you count it from? What you kind of? I'm a Boss came on.
I'm gonna start at 2012. We about to go in 2019, but really I was in the game probably 2010, I would say. But you know, I'm gonna start it at 2012.
When you think about this album, like when you let me hear it, I felt like it had a certain vibe to it when you was going and making the music. Were you aware of that?
No, I just was on my back to the wall shit. When I was locked up, I'm just like, I'm doing my going hard as shit if I get out of this situation. So even when I raised the bar to myself, I forgot that I put my mind in that I'm going this hard. You know what I mean? And that was just my standard thing to go in the studio and do.
Do you feel like this was more your comeback album? Because a lot of people felt like Wins and Losses was.
Yeah,
because they felt like you took a lot of
DC4
L's
was my
then.
comeback. When I took a lot of L's. They ain't my shit right there, Sarah. Right. We don't use that like that.
That's what Wins and Losses was. It was what the world felt like.
Days,
was your
I would
L's.
say.
Right.
You asked me, I say people was tripping. When they was telling me I was taking L's, I'm like, you could say I made a bad decision, but I still had 2-3 Maybachs, every car, every bitch I wanted, all the money in the world. So I ain't let nobody fucking commentate, like a person in the comments, not you, like a person that's just commenting telling me, no, you losing. Losing what? What are we talking about?
Right.
We talking about what? What's that? Let's bring it up.
You was vocal about that for a long time too, and
you can say I made some bad decisions or I ain't moved the right way. Then all right, Meek Mill was tripping right here. I take that.
But you like the good thing that I think a lot of people gotta understand. Even those people who like coming up and want to be in the game and everything, like you'll say like people take social media and they hold it at a certain weight and a certain height now. So people see the comments and they get bothered by them.
That's not real life.
I done been through that too, and I tell people all the time, like, shit don't bother me because I walk down the street. That's what nobody's ever said to me.
Yeah, I was taking
never told me none of that stuff.
I probably was taking the most pictures at that time in my life, and I was probably being more nice about pictures. Sometimes you'll see a nigga take a picture of you, he tag you in it, you go look at his page, and he like, fuck Meek Mill, OVO. I'm like, damn, you just asked me to take a picture, but he ain't put that on the picture he took with me. But I'll go look at, you know how you see this guy take a picture, you want to see what type of person it is. That's how I go.
Are you excited to go to Toronto and do a show? Because, you know, that was one of your biggest markets. I remember when Dream Chasers, when them shits used to come out, I would go to the club and play them shits for
you had a moment. We had a moment in Toronto. We did
My Moment. Yeah, we did
My Moment in Toronto. Yeah, it was Toronto always been cracking. I can't wait to go back.
I feel like what you and Drake being in this space is very reminiscent of when Nas and Hov stood on stage together.
Our shit might be different though too. I ain't gonna lie, cause we kicked it after that. Like we kept it. I don't know. I be like, me and Drake probably been texting today type shit. Like, well, we was texting today. We made sure, like, I don't like the fake clean up type No, if we gonna clean up, we gonna clean up. I don't need you, you don't need me. If we gonna clean up and fuck with each other because we did have a relationship, let's do it. That's why I kind of took long as it did. You had like people coming to the table and like, oh, let's do it like this, do it like this. He might not have been feeling that. I might not have been feeling that. But we got it to the point where I don't know what Jay-Z and Nas was, but we be rapping every day, really. And it'd be about funny shit.
Were y'all together when y'all did the record, the newest record?
No, we wasn't together when it was like the last fourth quarter of my album. I would say I got that record the day before my album came out. 2 days, was it? 2 days.
How do you rate your songs in the club? Like if if I'm starting my set, I'm starting with Uptown. I gotta play the one with Cardi. Playing.
I like the one with Kodak one of the most too. I like Uptown and the one with Kodak. Of course, the Cardi one is a no-brainer, but like the ones I actually like is like when they come on in the club, the one with Kodak, the one with 21. I don't know. Me, I like songs more when I see the people like it. So time it tell. It's been a week and a half, and I'm coming in a week and a half. They playing 6 of them in the club, so something going on. You know what I'm saying? Was
the famous John that spit in your mouth? She was a actress, a R&B singer.
There was a few of them, man. For real, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't be going deep into my personal life, but you know.
Do you prefer famous or quote unquote regular chick?
I'm taking whatever like me that I like. You don't gotta be famous. You ain't gotta be nothing. I don't got no. As long as you nice, you bad, and I like you. I don't got no. You only talk to famous niggas.
Something fresh on the sniper list?
No. What you talking about? Little shit, I got Lori Harry on my wish list.
Some of you got your eye on?
No, she a little baby. She was just looking a little pretty one day, and that's all I could come up with that in the rap that day. I ain't put her on the snipe list, like, no.
That's the first time I ever heard that.
What?
Sniper list.
And sniper list is not nothing bad. It's just like I want
that's
you
a Philly
type shit.
thing?
I just said it.
By the way, too, Philly made up the word sniping. When you hear everybody saying that, yes, we did. We brought that to the game.
You posted a picture of Tupac and Kidada today.
Yeah.
Are you looking for your Kidada?
I didn't even know who that was. I just thought it was a good picture.
That's what somebody said that you wouldn't know who that was.
I thought it was sent.
Quincy Jones' daughter.
I thought it was sent good signals to the girls. You know, I got girl
They were
followers and
engaged.
shit. It just looked like a this could be us picture.
They were engaged.
Yeah, I'll take one. You know what I mean? If one is out there for me, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Weren't they engaged when he was?
Yes.
Right before he
died.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't want that, then.
You
I
said.
don't want to get engaged right before I die.
I mean, you don't know it. Maybe you should go ahead and get engaged before you die.
I ain't dying no time soon, so let's just figure that out when it comes.
Facts.
Yeah.
Very true. You also tweeted recently your Savage run is almost over. But then you said, my dog said you got too many bodies. That's my job. Actually, that's Twitter. Right? So you said your Savage run is almost over. But then you said, my dog said you got too many bodies. Ain't that kind of like a double standard?
No.
Nah. How
Why?
so?
I knew you was going to be on his side. Can you just...
I don't know what you're
I know
saying.
it's
Like,
the
what you
side.
saying? Like, because I was
men
a savage.
versus women thing. It's, because you were a savage, but then you don't want a chick with too many bodies. That's kind of a double standard.
She got a right to not want a nigga with too many bodies too. If she want to, if that's what she want.
Yeah,
you know, I got
but-
some girls that be saying that to me. You in that rapper lifestyle, I just can't. I'm like, damn, you just gonna take me out? Like the working man don't
Have
fuck
bodies.
with, don't got bodies.
Yeah.
No, nobody said that. But if you
Yeah, it's a little
understand
different, though.
you've been a savage, because I feel like this
feel
is
it's
a
little
debate.
different. Girls be putting emotions into it when they have sex, and sometimes us savages, we don't. We just trying to get off tonight and go in the house and go to sleep, cuddle or do whatever we need to do. But it don't really be girls are emotional, so I don't know. I don't want to fuck this up right now.
Speaking of girls, tell me about what's her name, Millie?
Who? Melly.
Melly, yeah. She had a fire verse. I had never heard of her before until I heard the record, and I was like, "Then that's
That's what we doing. We introducing Melly to the game. She already somebody hot out of Harlem.
She Dream Chaser. She DC.
She been running with us for a little minute.
Okay.
You know what I mean? She a chaser. She gang.
Mm-hmm. How did you feel about like this year when it came to albums? Like, I done said that never in a year in hip hop has so many major artists dropped in 1 year. Like everybody came out. Like, you almost completed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, how was that? was there pressure for you, or did you feel like, oh, I got to drop this year because everybody came out?
No, I just was like, people, I want to drop. I've been home 8-9 months. You know what I mean? People thinking like you going to drop. Everybody like, yo, you got to drop. You got to drop. I'm like, yo, I just came home fucking in November. But this was like 7 months. People saying, I got 4 months out. What I was supposed to put an album out in 4 months? You put a mixtape out in 4 months. I think, I take my time and do shit. So, after like 8-9 months, I was ready, and I wanted to drop.
Did you have other favorite projects that you listened to this
year?
year?
Yeah, and then and I'm gonna be for real, like not political. Like everybody be saying they hottest album. I was listening to when I came out, I was listening to Baby Shit. What was it? Too Hard. 2.
Yeah, it was
2 around that time. I was banging Tory album, the one before this one that came out, and his new album. I mean, I got a different type of playlist. I play a lot of old shit, but as far as like new music, I was making Baby, Tory.
What'd you think about Tory versus Joyner?
Oh, they was getting it in. That was some real shit. They was getting it down. It was like AKs go. I liked it.
Would you want to see that more? People like just being competitive, like
yeah, they just let AKs go and they ain't act like they taking it to a beef stage. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody ain't trying to go to jail in the rap game. I just came from there. They don't got no rich people in there. You don't want to be the only rich person in prison. This where the gangster shit stop at. This ain't no internet. You know what I'm saying? And I liked how they handled it. They handled it in a way like, ain't no beef, ain't no nothing.
Do you feel like a young OG in the game, like an elder statesman, like when it comes to when you're moving around?
I'm definitely OG. I be trying to tell the young boys, I treat everybody with the same respect, like we all on the same level, but at the same time, I've been through way more than a lot of these young boys, and sometimes people get it twisted and go a little far and be here. You gotta tell them like, yo, bro, I did that shit 18 times already, and know the
way you told this, when I was listening to you told the story about Tekashi, it almost kind of felt like you was trying to holler at him, but he wasn't even in the space where he was ready to hear it at that moment.
Yeah, I think really more if he was like more like surprised or something that. You know how young it's like when I see Kiss or somebody back then when I first got on. You in your head don't really be there because it might be somebody you've been listening to since you was 13 years old. He wasn't really in the right frame of mind. All right? Usually I'll say something on the nigga comments, yo, you tripping, but I ain't know him like that to really come through like and say nothing. Plus he was in a wild mood. I'm like, I don't want to say nothing to this dude. He going crazy right now on everything moving.
Shout out to my guy Jack Harlow. He just stepped in.
Yo, what's up?
I see a lot of people comparing this intro to the intro, Dreams and Nightmares intro, like
to the intro.
Yeah,
I like this better than the intro.
You like it better?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
and I'm not just saying that. I just
But I mean, we can give it time because it took a minute before people really caught on.
And I think this gonna be like. I remember I played the old intro for Hov. He was like, "Yeah, that's cool." Skip. I was like, "Damn, this the intro." In my head, that's what I was thinking. But people, it took longer time. It took a longer time for everybody to really like catch on to it. I feel like this one of them too, though. It's just the build ups, the Phil Collins sample, the shit I'm saying. I like it a lot.
The What's Beef record, that was actually a record you had already had too. How did you decide to give that one to Hov?
I got like folders I do like Dropbox folders and shit. Like people I'm cool with, I always send Hov a Dropbox folder and see which joints he comment off just to be like, all right, bet. If he respect this one, this might be an album keeper. Shit like that. So that was when he liked it a lot. And he blessed that joint. He came back with the shit. I appreciated it.
What was it like the first time you heard it?
We was Ant. I think it was me and P-Mon. Was it me and P-Mon? P-Mon in here. I think it was me and Rel G's was up in the bathroom, like just standing there and quiet like
so
this.
You didn't even hear it on the speakers?
No. We was standing there just listening to that shit. It was crazy. You having a verse from the greatest of all time. You think Hov the greatest of all time?
Yeah, I hold him at number one.
Oh yeah, I was about to say the greatest of all time, dead or alive type shit. Yeah. All right.
What kind of pressure
I feel
is that?
the same way.
What kind of pressure is that when you have the Hovs and the Beyoncés like standing behind you?
I don't know. It boosts my confidence up more. Like you got big cousin Hov and Beyonce behind you. Yeah, what's up? Let's get it. It make me feel better coming from North Philly, a nigga on the corner, and you got that type of support of anybody on that level standing behind you and repping you. I'm with it. It boosts my adrenaline.
Any word on what Beyonce's favorite records are? We got any word back?
Oh no, I don't know. I don't know. I know Hov got it in rotation. Hov texted me, I'm in Africa, man. We in here playing shit, open here, hearing your new shit.
You been there yet?
No, I ain't been to Africa yet.
You gearing up for tour?
Yeah.
Is anything you know? The tour game is like to another level now. Like, are you bringing out a fucking big ass dream catcher or some shit?
Production.
The tour I booked is like 5,000, 4,000.
Okay.
So it's doing good. It's about to, I think the whole tour is gonna sell out. I'm putting the most in that bitch you could put in there. Whatever is the most that you can dump in the building is gonna be there. But I'm coming for you to hear my music and you to feel Meek Mill experience. So ain't no telling. I'm building stages and shit right now.
You was on Twitter, I guess, answering questions and everything, and somebody even asked a question about new music or something. You was like, you might drop something before the end of the year. Like,
yeah, people had to stop me. They already let me know you hot.
I seen dollars with the little.
But I look at it like for real though, cause it be sketchy about certain music when you about to drop something and people like this shit is hot, and you know it's hot, but you know it get it kind of sketchy and shit. You don't really know what the people want to accept. I got more of that I think is hotter than that in the tuck. It's just that I had to take my time and put a group of songs together and make it sound like a dope project. Yeah. It's like, slow down, let them eat that up. They fucking with that.
We could do another tape at some time.
Yeah, I'm ready for that. All originals too for streaming.
Who you taking with you on tour?
I don't know. We right now I want to take Lil Durk. I ain't even hit him about that yet, but that's one of them. And you know what I mean? We're gonna do somebody else too. I want to take.
What are you looking for when you choose an artist to take with you?
If I fuck with you, if I could be around you, and if you hot, you know what I'm saying? I like, and I be wanting like my tour to represent the same thing. You know how sometimes it be like Meek Mill going on tour with G-Eazy. I'm like, I ain't going on tour with nobody. Like not taking nothing from him, but I don't just want to come and get your fans. I just want it to be a dope show, and I want the people to be there, people that like understand me. I ain't trying to be rapping in a group of people that never heard my shit.
But then sometimes they say like if you and Russ went on tour together, it'd be like he would get your fans, you would get his fans, and then
I wouldn't really care to do that though. Like I fuck with Russ, I fuck with him 100. But I want to go out there and y'all already know. I'd rather take the steps and you know what it is. Or I don't even want to. Most of the time they be having me to go on tour. People I be like, and they're not talking about nobody I just named, Russ or G-Eazy. Sometimes I turn down tours. They had me like, you want to go in front of a tour with him? He headlining. I'm like, no, I don't even want him to look bigger than me. Because next year I feel like I'm going to be bigger than him next year. And that's just the mind frame of Jacquees. He want to be the king of R&B? Yeah, that's the only way you're going to be the king of R&B if you think you're the king of R&B.
That's right.
There's no way you're going to be the number one in something if you don't think you're the number one in it already.
Gucci fucking sweatshirt and hoodie and everything included.
Yeah, for real.
888 Shade 45. Meek is here. When did you know that Lil Baby was dropping on the same day? Did y'all talk about that?
Baby text me like, damn, we dropping on the same day. I say, let me get this when y'all be having all the days. You know, Baby and them come out 4 times a year. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all took, don't even talk about QC. Y'all done took 19 dates this year. You know what I'm saying?
How did y'all decide where the record that y'all did together was gonna land?
He sent that to me, but you know, I hit him like, man, let me get that. For real, I'll pay you for that motherfucker. No disrespect. I know you don't need the money, but I want this right here. He's like, no, I need this right here. But he sent it to me. You know what I'm saying? I sent it. Usually I be taking a while to do records for people. I send that shit right back because it was my vibe.
Is Dream Chasers Meek Mill, are you contractually still MMG Atlantic?
Yeah, I'm MMG Atlantic right now. You know, we cooking up some new things. We MMG forever. Atlantic is strictly business. But we trying to figure out something right now. Meek Mill trying to get on this big dog ball shit. You know what I'm saying?
Would you and Rose ever do a collaborative album?
Yeah, it's possible if he up for that. Rose one of the best in the game. I'd love to do that.
Anybody else you'd like to do that with?
I like Tory a lot.
Yeah.
I say that.
I got a good
I don't go off for like who got the selling the most. Right? I go off what I feel. I feel like I like his music. Like when I'm in the car, if I'm around a girl, I'm putting on Tory. If I want to like hear somebody rap, sometimes I'm putting on him. Yeah, hell yeah. Tory is the one I've been talking about that with lately.
Yeah,
but you know, we mix good with a lot of people. It's all about you just being in the studio with somebody and filling it out. But I like that man, Tory. I think we'll make a dope project.
What would championships Meek tell Flamers Meek for advice, or like say watch out for, get ready for?
Or in the game.
Yeah.
No emotions. Fuck all these niggas. Not actually fuck them like in a negative way, but do you. This is business. Handle your business. Keep it moving and do it how you do it.
I seen you kind of, put a little joke out there yesterday saying what would Meek do? Like something that you caught some flack for, like it's very normal in the game now. Like I just on social media.
I just looking at it like this looked like some funny shit. It looked like Kanye was telling on Drake. There's a lot of shit going on. I'm just like, I wanted to pop my shit and be funny. Like whenever you see me say something, 9 times out of 10, I don't get high off nothing. So every day I'm just like joking about anything. If I text you about some shit, 9 times out of 10 is a joke, even if it looks serious. Like I'm just popping my shit. That's why I had to cut that. I can't have nothing like that because it's like, when you arguing with a girl or something, y'all texting and it look like she's saying something a certain way,
right,
but
because of the text.
Yeah, it's a text. That's how Twitter is. Instagram ain't like that because you get to show a picture, you get to show the feel of the picture, what's going on. This shit straight words. And, if you read my Twitter, I be saying all types of shit.
Tell us about the movie.
12 O'Clock Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Starring
Chino, you in that?
Yeah, Chino starring in that thing. Shot it in Baltimore for like a month and be more. It's about the bike life culture. Produced by Jada Pickett.
Is that something that Jada brought to you?
Yeah, she brought it to us actually. Okay. I think she probably linked with Chino or something first or something like that. And,
she's from Baltimore originally, right?
Yeah. And so let's get it. Will Smith, Overbrook, produced by Jada Pickett. Let's take the shot.
They was out there when y'all was filming?
Nah, hell no. We in the trenches. We in the jungle 7 days a week. I ain't even want to be there. I know they ain't want to be there.
Your interviews are looking a lot different these days. You got CNN, Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
Ellen.
Ellen.
Yeah, I leveled up. Plain and simple.
But how do you prepare for that? Is it different than radio interviews?
No, I just be myself, starting to loosen up. Some of them you might be a little nervous and shit. I spanked Ellen in ping pong right before, whooped the ass. So it was a little bit loose because.
Is that your first time ever going there? Had you ever went before?
Ellen?
Yeah.
No, hell no. I wasn't Ellen level yet, I guess, before.
Your name, it came up on Ellen before. So
yeah, I've been in an Ellen mix because I got Ellen type chicks in my, you know what I mean? The little fish, that's how we came up. But, yeah.
Is it still a little fish or is it big fish now?
Yeah, big fish. I'm a big fish dad. And little fish is some shit too. Don't get it like confused. Little fish is like a big dog. It's like
a young OG.
No, it don't even got nothing to do with young. It's just like sometimes you got the billionaires, you got the 100 millionaires, then you got the niggas that got superpower. If I'm little fish, it might be behind fucking Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? He may be big fish, so
sure.
I gotta be a little fish. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like your ties within sports are you gonna take that into a direction of kind of investing in one day purchasing or
a team?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, if I get that much money,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever the next business after I make $100 million, when I make 200, 300 million, I ain't rapping no more.
You done?
I'm just straight.
So Hov might have thought the same thing.
Me and Hov, 2 different people. You know what I'm saying? I be tired of rapping on stage right now. You know what I'm saying? I like making music and creating and deliver to people. But whatever business bring when I get to that level, when I get to that $100 million level, and I start turning it up because, it's a $1 billion situation when you start grabbing teams and all that.
Are you prepared for you to continuously be the face of prison reform, like going forward?
Yeah, somebody else can come be the face. We got a $50 million foundation. We probably going to have $100 million in a certain point. We going to do the action at one point. I'm going to be a part of the action. So the face ain't even going to really matter. One day, Robert Kraft said, man, I'm tired of talking about it. Let's get to some action. You know what I'm saying? Let's put things into play. I feel the same way. And I always say in every interview that I don't want to be the face. I'm just helping out, doing what we do.
I haven't been home in a minute. Tell me what's going on in Philly when it comes to hip-hop scene. I know about
Uzi in town, swinging it through in Lambo trucks, left and right. You know what I mean? We might come to a red light, Lambo truck here. It's only us 2. PNB is definitely swinging through blocks, bombed out. Niggas is getting killed left and right.
Yeah.
A lot of love. It's a lot of love out there right now as far as I can see. I'm thinking I'm at the best point I ever been in Philly, like with, far as like love and like even with every rapper, everybody fuck with me right now. You know how rap life be. If you got 1 year, everybody coming at you. That's what you go through coming up in your younger days. But I feel like in the last few years, it's been like everybody's been with each other and it's been all good, really.
If somebody was to ask you though, what is it about Philly that there's so much talent all the time, but you know, the opportunities, the chances aren't the same, like compared to Atlanta?
Nobody don't trust nobody. I be hearing people, Meek ain't got nobody from Philly on. He got fucking with Roddy Ricch. I be like, when I came to you and you, y'all ran out of town to somebody when I was really trying to really lay it out. But, you know, we don't really got that trust thing. Everything's so cutthroat in our city. Everybody dying, a lot of murder, a lot of violence and shit like that. So nobody really trusts nobody. And I can't really put my finger on it. I think we just need structure. Sometimes people be like, Meek, ain't nobody on since you got on. I'm like, Uzi got on. P&B Rock got on. Who else got on? It's a few more too. What's the girl name? It's a girl.
Tierra Whack.
No, not Tierra Whack, but it was another girl I was talking about. Kendrick bring out at Man and Man.
Steves.
Yeah, it's moving. You just gotta go to the extreme and hustle hard. Me, my change for my life when I like went to Miami. I seen Rick Ross in the studio one time. I think he went to the studio with Lil Wayne once a night. They stayed up for a night straight. Now I thought you go to the studio 3-6 hours, lay your one song and go home. I'm like, these niggas rich and they staying here all night and I'm coming to the studio going for 2 hours thinking I'm going to make it. I'm like, oh, I got to fix something. I just ran into the kid at the mall. What's his name? Y'all know him? He always rapping. Main Music. Let's give him a shout out. He like, what I'm doing wrong? I'm like standing right here outside this mall. You got
my man that be outside for sure.
I'm like, you got like a 1% chance of getting signed being right here. You need to go get up in the studio or get something. You need to get from right here. This is not the wave. You got to go in and put the work in. You know what I'm saying? And I think I led by example. Mixtape, step by step, from the street to the mixtapes to the albums to anything to get it. Anything.
Have you heard Blueface yet?
Yeah, I heard some of his shit. I heard like Instagram shit. I never heard his music.
Yeah, it's good. It's different.
I like he got a different style to him and he confident about it, but I never heard none of his music yet to like say he hot or not. I ain't hear it yet.
How do you feel like most new music comes to you? Like word of mouth, the gram?
Like with Young Boy Blueface, I heard him probably 7 months ago. I think probably like 5 months ago, like not too long after I came home. My nephew be on all that shit, so he sent me it like it's funny, but it got something to it. You know what I'm saying? And my nephew be putting me on it, but you know I watch YouTube and shit all day.
What's Poppy's favorite song right now?
Poppy on the Uzi wave, like XXX, Pump. That's his wave. He on a whole. You see, he got dreads coming. He in a whole nother wave zone. You know what I'm saying? He can't.
What's his favorite on Champions?
Probably like what he was singing. They like shit like, what's the shit he was dancing to the other day? Uptown Vibes, the intro.
Something could dance to.
What? Oodles and Noodles, baby. He like that. I be happy when my son like shit that got lyrics to it and shit like that, but they ain't his life.
You posted a letter that he wrote you while you was locked up the other day. What was your first reaction when you read it? Like you read that, they sent that to you when you was locked up?
No, that wasn't a letter when I was locked up. I was shooting a video to Trauma, but I told him to write a letter like, what would you send me if I was in jail? And that's what he wrote. So I ain't like tell him to do it. It still had the same type of effect. It was like a picture of my dad sitting right there. That's why I took the picture, and he's sitting next to it, right, and he ended up sitting the paper right there. So I just took a picture of both of them. Yeah, hell yeah. Shit, when your son asking you what you gonna do on his birthday and you locked up, you don't even know if you're gonna be around, you know. That hurts you as a man, as a father. Right? Yeah, hell yeah. Sure.
Trauma might be one of my favorite songs on the album. Shout out to Cannon.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, shout out to Cannon. I remember Cannon dropped that off. I was down the street at Zach. He came down. This it right here. Let me get this. I think I did it on the spot. Did I do it on the spot?
I think so.
I think he ended up leaving, but I just popped that joint in and went in. And I ain't even really had to. All I had to do was put a third verse on. And a lot of songs, I had to like touch them up. Getaway is a beat. My first mixtape ever in my life. I'm 14 years old. You could just put in Meek Mill Getaway on YouTube, and you gonna hear me rapping on that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you when he brought it to you, did you have that feel? Did it?
Yeah, hell yeah. That's why I went straight in on it immediately because I already been inspired to rap on that beat already.
888 Shade 45 Championships 2019. Like, what's Are you taking a vacay at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I think I am. Yeah, I've been going. I shot a movie, recorded an album, press. I've been going since I've been out of jail. I never stopped. I live in Atlanta. I just came to my house. I ain't been here in 4 months. Literally. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta get a little 4-day vacation.
It look like you got something in New York too. I seen you post a pic, so.
No, when I was saying that ain't my spot. That's
Okay.
a fucking hotel. I've been there for 3 months. So
Gotcha.
I'm like, this is my band though. Spend enough money there for it to be my house.
Talk, what's up, Talk?
Yeah, Barcelini. Bar should be walking through this door any second, man.
Yo, you know he got a
He in there,
here?
right?
Yeah,
He here.
he been coming through. He been definitely
Yeah, Talk
beat pack
love
together.
Main Streets.
Yeah.
I knew he was in here, but in the next minute, he said he just walked in. Shout out to Barcelini Records.
What you want to buy next? Like the Lambo truck? How you feeling it?
I like it. I'm trying to. I'm stacking till like the summer. I ain't gonna lie. I got everything. This is another one thing for the young boys and shit with the Instagram and shit. You know how everybody be going at it and shit. I've been in this shit for a while, man. I'm about to be black truck all day, Suburban, Escalade. After 2019, I'm gonna let off, but Meek Mill gonna keep that shit coming. That's
Yeah,
how we
but you inspiring the hood. You inspiring the young niggas too.
Yeah,
so.
I know, but no, some of the young niggas get money and start like going at you. You be
Yeah,
like, yo,
yeah,
I
the
showed
Benny
you how to
Blancos.
take the picture like that. I showed you how to line the car up next to the jet. Puffy and then I ain't create the jet wave and then Puffy and Hove, all of them been on jets. Fat Joe, all of them. But Instagram wasn't out and they wasn't showing it that
Right.
way. I'm the one that like I feel like I'm the one that delivered it to him. Like, you know how when you see a nigga take the jet with the money by the
Stack it up.
window, like we started that, lining the 3 cars up right there in front of it. We was giving that wave up, you know what I'm saying? And you know, young boys start going at your neck, you gotta remind them like, I'm the reason you got the diamond chain. The Cubans was in, and then I came home, I switched, went all diamond chain. This was before Uzi was on, when he was running around with Reefy and Philly. He know I had the fucking Uzi bought the Rollie with the baguettes in it. When he called me like, I only bought this bitch because when you came home, you grabbed that shit and I couldn't get it, you know what I'm saying? And he just paid homage because he remembered when I got it, but some of the other young niggas, they just was like, they get to going at you gotta let them know.
Who reminds you of you?
Out of everybody, I don't know. I'm like a mixture. Like sometimes I could go out of control and then I could be like a cool nigga. I don't know. I see myself in all these young boys. Really, just everybody is their own self. So you know, I don't know. What would you say?
I could say the same. I mean, I've definitely, you know, when Vert first started, you know, getting on his jet wave and everything, I said, oh yeah, he's following the footsteps.
It's like I sometimes you see I envy a young boy might wild out and just be a cool nigga for. It's, you know, we all got our demons and shit. We act the way we act. Like Dirk, he calm, but we into the same shit. A lot of people never hear Dirk really talk a lot and shit like that, but we in the same shit. I like the way he move. I was telling Dirk, he was like, yeah, nigga, drip. I was like, Dirk, I gave y'all some of that drip. I've been rocking these Amiris since what? 2000 and probably end of 13, I was giving up Amiris when they only sold them in a few stores.
888 Shade 45 Meek Mill Championships #1. Congratulations.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Shout to DC Dream Chasers.
Yeah,
We're going to
Chasers.
get into some of this shit. Let's get to it. The Chasers. Plus, we got that tape 2019. You know what the fuck it is. Let's go.
Can we drop some of that new shit too?
Of course.
Let's get it.
45. Hey, check it out. This is Eminem, and the Streets is watching.
We know trauma in the homie.
The wait is finally over. The affiliates have taken over the wheel. Right here on the Streets is Watching on Shade 45.